Like this matatu seeks to remind the society of some of the gains made not only by the Kenyan woman, but internationally. Cecilia Wakesho, KTN News.
Well, indeed, quite a woman who is making big strides there in a field that is dominated mostly by men. Well, one of those other trailblazing women is Gloria Chibet, who, well, is from Safaricom Investment Cooperative, which is one of the fastest growing financial organizations right across the region. She's here with us in studio to talk to us not just about herself as a person, but what her role has been in driving this organization and its, well, position in the Kenyan economy. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah,
so first off, talk to us about this Safaricom Investment Cooperative. It is now a big name, having grown from something that was really small just about a decade or so ago. And the fact that being a woman and being at literally the driving end of this thing, what has it taken?
Well, you know, Maya Angelou once said, if a woman stands, you know, even if she doesn't know she's standing by herself, she lifts up other women around her. So being in this position has been quite enlightening, you know, and Safaricom Investment is really growing, seeing as after our AGM, we've grown by 15% in terms of profit, in growth, to a tune of 3.8 billion.
Yes.
So it's a really fast-growing cooperative in the country. Founded in 2009, we're 9 years today, 2008, 9 years today. And the main focus is real estate. You know, there's membership, of course, and then there's real estate, housing and land. Yes.
So the challenge has been that in the past, women for a very long time were not really seen to be people who could drive business, people who could literally be in the driving seat of large corporations, be in charge of large sums of money.
Okay.
But people like you are disproving this notion.
I would actually impress you because our chair currently is a lady and the vice chair is a lady. And 50% of our investors are actually women. So the tune has changed. Women are starting to take their position in power. And for that reason, half of our driving force or our membership is actually women. So I think time is right for women to stand up and take their position and be the driving force of this economy.
Would you then say that maybe this growth has taken place at the expense of men, or have we been able to grow the pie such that we say we can then bring on more women to be able to have these seats at the table?
No, it hasn't grown to the expense of men. Men are incorporating women into the table. They're allowing women to sit in positions of power.
Yes.
So they're not growing to the expense of men. Men are actually realizing that women equally can run positions of power. Yes.
In the past, women were not really, maybe because of the way the system was created and arranged, placed into positions which enabled them handle technology.
Okay.
Safaricom is a technology-driven company. A large number of the people working there are now women.
Yes,
What
true.
has enabled this change?
Okay. Now, there's a whole new, you know, growth in terms of technology and women. With Safaricom has a couple of organizations, groups, Women in Technology,
Yes.
WIT, where they organize a couple of seminars or is it trainings for women. So building up such clubs and ensuring that you bring women together up with technology. You'd be surprised how much young women are interested in technology, not Facebook and Twitter and being socialites, but actually putting their feet in and understanding what coding is all about. Yes.
What then would you say this means for the woman or girl who's out there in the countryside, hasn't had access to these opportunities, but is working on a small business, is trying to read very hard in hope that one day there will be a technological leader as well? What would you say to that kind of person?
I would say places like Women in Technology for Safaricom is a place where they need to be. You know, and Safaricom Foundation also grows women who are from unprivileged background and ensuring them that they can be able to focus their energy and creativity in these sectors. So if you're from a poor background, sorry to say, and you're sick and your interest is in technology, yes. Women in Technology allows you to completely, you know, invest your expertise or rather interest in growing in growing you.
Let's talk a bit about the challenges that women face. For most men, it is, if, for example, you're a family man, 35, traditionally it would be get up, your breakfast is ready, that sort of thing, then you go to work. Women have to handle the house, handle their husbands, look after their children, see these off to school, make breakfast, then now go for work. How are these challenges being handled today, especially now that we have technology? The economy has changed to allow people to be able to sort of delegate these tasks to people they can pay. What does this sort of advantage mean to a woman in the marketplace?
Initially, women had to work twice as hard. You know, wake up, you have to prepare all this breakfast and whatever for your family before you leave to work. But currently, you actually don't have to work from the office. For example, if you've gone for maternity leave, you don't have to be at work, you know, for you to get things done. You can literally work from the house. And there are quite a number of online enabled businesses where you can be able to run from your house. So women are sitting at the table not only because they are in the offices, because technology has allowed them to be able to work from away from offices.
Women so far have been relegated to roles which traditionally were there for them. We've seen them start to break into finance, the economy, technology. We are seeing some start to make strides in the political arena. Do you think Kenya is ripe for female leadership at the very top?
Actually, I think I do, because I'm equating this to the female leadership in our organization. And under a female leader, there's so much success. Streamlining, you know, a lady understands how to run a home first before running, you know, a whole organization. So the way you run things is normally systematic. So should a woman understand their role properly, then running a country it's time.
At the company that you work for, some people would say that this is affirmative action rather than the way things are normally done in other places. Do you think we have been able to, so to say, mainstream a way of working that gives an equal sort of platform to female employees just as much as male employees?
Yes, I would say so, because where I work, there are quite a number of women, and there are no restrictions as far as what gender you are into doing what role. There are a couple of engineers in Safaricom. Within Safaricom investment itself, there are a couple of operations manager is a lady, so, and our HR manager is a lady at the same time. So there are roles that are in the organization that were best suited for men, but then now they're being taken up by women, not because of they are women, but because they actually merit to get the position. Yes.
Finally, for that person who's out there looking at you today and saying, that could be me in the future, what would you say to them?
Well, women face a lot of challenges, and the other day I realized there's actually a huge group of women with issues such as endometriosis. I think that is one of the challenges that women face, and it has not been shed light to a lot, and I would hope that the government or health institutions or women-funded institutions can be able to focus on that, because we have challenges that people tend to assume it's normal. You know, should you be able to be comfortable, your mind is at ease whenever you're doing business, then we can contribute a lot more to the society than what you're seeing right now. So you don't have to be anybody else as a woman. You just need to be yourself.
Okay. Indeed, food for thought right there. Thank you very much, Gloria, for taking the time to talk to us. And indeed, for those birds that sort of, so to say, would mentor the up-and-coming professionals, indeed, people who are in school yearning to get into positions of, well, impact in our society. Asante sana.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, indeed. On that note, we want to proceed to a short commercial break. On the other side of that break, we have the conversation around the Nairobi Innovation Week and what exactly you can expect in terms of angel investing and what these opportunities